So, I hope you watched all the evergreen videos, and live is a bit different, so I do only the difference between live and evergreen. So, this is the end goal here. That's a live webinar room with here me inside presenting something, my video, having multiple persons inside or only doing the viewer, the broadcaster, and having here the admin bar with the webinar offer and sure name and email address filled. And the participants don't have this, but they have the sidebar and the interaction to sell. They can meet with another tab with Juan. It's doing it in German, but also here name and email address filled, so it's easy to follow up. So then we can advertise other webinars. Also, one click used, and then we come to a registration page where the data is also auto-filled. So that's the goal. So you can have a second custom page where you making the opt-in form more close. So something special. So we do have a, just imagine we do have a WooCommerce checkout. They put in multiple products with a funnel plugin, WooCommerce and WordPress funnel plugin, and yeah, we can, you see here, Tobias 1, we can hide and show again. And show again, and the name is kept. The name is kept, so they can continue with their upsell process. So you can do 10 upsells in a row, and starting with the cheapest. And with the first, they enter their payment credentials, and Stripe or PayPal keep the payment open, the checkout token, keep it open, and it's continuously upselling. I don't show you because I don't have the final plugin installed and I don't have the WooCommerce installed, and I have only the WooCommerce with external page, which is then somehow a bit different. So when you have WooCommerce on the same site as WebinarIgnition. Very good. Okay, so that's the upsell. You can do a chat. You can do, we have a built-in chat, but you can pause. But you can also have a chat in the sidebar, so it's more obvious with an AI. You can have different chats that coming to your app and somebody else answering it. Or you can show total websites, or you can show in the overlay poll. Different poll plugins available in WordPress. They select, and then sure, they get only the answer from themselves and what's coming there. So then the polling is over. Then we just reload the polling, and then it shows the results again, but the updated results from all. So everything is then good. And this is a democracy poll. It's free and it's looking good, and it makes it, yeah, good, visible. Okay, so we can hide it. We can hide everything and show it again. So that's the admin view, and partly also or more than also the participant view. And the participant don't have a lot of settings, and they can be also only viewers, or they can be meeting members. So that should be like the teaser. 4 minutes. I wanted 30 seconds, but it's so much to tell. And now we go from the beginning and create a new webinar. I'm in the trial, free trial. Let's do live selling webinar. No? Okay, different language possible, when it's possible, time zone. So this is fixed, a fixed date and a fixed time zone. That's somehow different than evergreen. We can have in evergreen also fixed things, fixed date, but normally evergreen is repeating. We have a live source in it, 100 ms for example, or you can choose everything else like Vimeo or whatever, but 100 ms is best integrated. We have a master switch, so when somebody registers, he stays on the thank you page until it's set to live. And that's very beautiful. And it's auto set to live at this time. And we can close it. We can send them when it's live. We can send them back to countdown. Something that's cool is here we click, and it does not need to save. It's auto saved, because when you have some multiple tabs open and they have different status selected, it will save and change the status. So the status here, it's not saved by click save and update. So that's 100% sure and independent. So what else is the difference? Same registration. I did not do any custom registration here. Let me just show you the nice registrations we built for the driving school, weekly driving school on Thursday. And okay, here we showed. So we have multiple pages there. That's a default one that Hayo created. That's one for the shop owners, and that's one for the WooCommerce agencies. All the same fields. Different video. And here with background and glassy effect. And yeah, here we just put some introduction headline for the agencies, but the rest is the same and all flexible. Yeah, so for me this is perfect. Converting perfect. This is like normal. And each of the, we see in each of these registration forms can be adjusted in colors. Sure, not in fields, because it's all the same fields, but yeah, transferring is the same, webhooks is the same. The CTAs are different. Yeah, the CTAs are different. Let me show you. You can just close all them. Let me show you that's a webinar room I teased. Let me show you. When you come to, okay, one more thing is here. Live console, which have the CTAs and settings page. Settings page is this. Very helpful. And live console, where we set up the CTAs. So on air tab. Okay. And one is added. In free you can have only one. In trial you can have unlimited. And let's create one new. So we have here examples. So here you need just the Wise plugin installed. Here you need the democracy poll and the ID changed, but it's like a placeholder. It's some booking plugin. And use a company that has experience in tens of years, decades of years, not use something upcoming, which then is not good. Look at the reviews. And so that's the freemium checkout. Digistore, any other payment also working, some chat. That's the WooCommerce. That's some external calendar plugins, all working. Just go for the AI and add the parameter for the placeholder. So these are the examples, and yeah, you can tweak them. If you have something else you want to have, you can just put it in. No. Okay, on my side there's some complicated because I have the click to copy plugin on, which let you copy some code. So I just copy it here, and you put in your URL here, and you can have all these, and yours may be starting from here. You just need a question mark first, and then we have user email first, username, and all this. So that's coming from WebinarIgnition. That's coming from here. Oh, that's something I did not showed you. And the examples have last name in it. These have only the fields that are in, that's a drop down, that are in the registration at the moment. So if you add something, it will be here. Yeah, you can tweak the height somehow, but it's normally auto set. Good. Some needs the height. Copy it from somebody else if it's not having it. The way it's making it a good height. Okay, so this is the whole thing. Keep this for having the best outcome. So you can do buttons, but just add a text and the URL, not for help, because we have the interactions inside. Yeah, when you do sidebar, you need a sidebar title. And if you do the shortcodes, then they need to be loaded like on a normal page when you say, oh, I open a page and then they are loaded. And that's been done by load in iframe. Okay, that will show when you install the the advanced iframe tool, which is free. Just opt in to avoid the link below. It's all shown here if you don't have it. And so we don't need an iframe because this is already an iframe. If it's just a shortcode, it will do this, and it will also use the advanced iframe plugin. So that's about the view. And then we have overlay. Here is just, if it's overlay, you just add a name, and that name is coming here. That's for freemius overlay, for example. And overlay has some more things. Overlay is above the video, so you have to imagine the right sidebar, and the rest is the video. And overlay is about over the video. You can do transparency. 100 is 100% transparency. You can do the width in pixel or in percent. I would do percent because otherwise it's somehow not good. And we have an alignment. So when you speak more on the right, or you have your presentation oriented on the right, maybe bullet points, and on the left you have the sales, that's perfect. So you do 60% on the left, 60% is automatically there, 60% on the left, and rest is on the right. Yeah, there's no enable button. There's no enable button, but because the enable buttons are here, only here, because otherwise you save and then it's getting enabled and override things. So for example, this view could be also already reduced. It could be less. It could be less because it's already very big. So yeah, and then you can have here your view, your bullet points. If you want to show bullet points, wow, cool. That's a cool thing. You do show bullet points. You just copy this and say, okay, 60%, 40% left, and we put it on the left, and here are your bullet points. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I make bullet points. I make them bold and maybe big. So now you have your bullet points on the right side. Never done this before. And come bullet points. Oh, hey, yeah. Oh, I duplicated, so this did not change the name. So you can do a bit less than 40%. So 30%, and yeah, so I wouldn't show it in your presentation, just show it like this, and that's really good. That's really, really good. Bullet points. And yeah, so what else we have? One moment, let me pause and then give you more. One thing is the time zone. I'm in Bogota because the Starlink provider is in Bogota, but it's the same time zone as Panama. Panama here, it's also there. If I would use a local provider, it would do this. And we can do Berlin. And it's out, you see here, it's auto translating. That's something very good. And it's also auto sending in the time zone of the person. We don't see the time zone in the mails, but all the time is in their time zone. And the links to the Outlook and to the iCall file, they have already time zones integrated, so it's good for all. So that's somehow the difference. And the main difference is you sell more because you are inside, you see the people, and you see the interaction, and that's why it's so good. So what else? I can show you once the participant view. We can go here, live console, participant view. No, the participants managed here, and export, import. Oh yeah, you can import them. See, you can export them. There you see all the details. It's also in your language. So you see registration date, attended, full name, email, time zone, name, and all the other things. And you can import this also. So that's something beautiful. You can delete all. And if you click import, you have also a fields mapping. Oh, that was export. That was export of the example file. But if you import, upload, if it is the same fields, you can do the reason. This is where they come from. I don't know where it is. Don't matter. So, okay, so you can map the fields and yeah, and then import. And then they are notified. So you can do this from LinkedIn, for example, or from Facebook, where you have some events listed and you do them with WebinarIgnition. So import is only working on live because live only have one fixed date. If you have fixed date, you still not can import in evergreen, but maybe in future we can do something. But live you can import, and then they are notified for this event. Ooh, yeah, yeah. So settings page again. There's something. If you are changing the date from the 13th tomorrow to something else, it's changing the status to countdown, and then it's asking you if you want to save an update that will update the webinar start date and not change the participant list. Participant list is clearing the status of attended and bought. Or if you say no, that the participants will be deleted, so you don't remind them, they're deleted. Or yes, start the re-notification immediately and delete the status. So they're only registered without seeing what was attended, who was attended. You have the attended status already inside CRM or email marketing like Groundhog. And I have a countdown, a counter in Groundhog because sure, registered and attended, that's changing, but I have a counter how often the person attended. So that's good. So at the moment we don't do anything because this is already programmed for the next week. So you can do weekly webinars with this, and that's just beautiful. Okay, I would say this is all, the rest is all the same. If you look at the grid view, no, it's demo. If you look at the grid view, they have then at the moment time to choose here, and here in the live webinars we have then the right date and time calculating. So that looks a bit different, and if it's in the past and still open, it still shows currently live and you can attend. One more thing that's different is the video embedded. It's here nicely structured. You need the token once, select this right template once and put the right URL here, and then it's working. If you have questions how to do it, go to support and 100 ms 100 ms 100 ms. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, okay. It's not instantly showing. Here is the video. Okay, it's stuck. Here's the video for it. And this is a not so good integration. You can open in a new tab. Just seen it. Here we have the video in it, and some cases where it's not working, and yeah, then you get the same results as I do and we seen today. Okay, and it's only available in the free trial and in the Ultimate Plus, because it was really a lot of work and it's really easy as you see here. Okay, but I will link this knowledge base also below the video. Ciao, and let's do webinars, selling, engaging, all the things you want. Okay, and visit Thursday or Wednesday and see it live again and ask all your questions. You see WebinarIgnition.com, both here. Okay, thank you. Ciao. Tobias from Webinar Ignition, the WordPress webinar and WooCommerce webinar plugin.